Hey guys, it's your friend Gare, and welcome back to another episode of one of my collection videos. Today we're going to do another one of my favorite systems, I guess a group of systems really, and that's going to be the... Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break this up into two parts. So on this episode we're going to do the cartridge-based Sega games, so like Sega Genesis, 32X, Game Gear, stuff like that. And then on the next episode we'll do all the disc-based games, so we'll do the Dreamcast, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, and all that good stuff. I was going to do it all in one video, but I very quickly ran out of room, and I feel like it probably would have been an excessively long video. So I think this will be a good way to do it. Now, like I said, guys, this is one of my favorite groups of systems. When I was younger, when the Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis war was going on, I had both. I was very fortunate. My grandma spoiled me rotten, so I had, you know, both systems. But I honestly preferred my Genesis over the Super Nintendo, and there's quite a few reasons why. The first was, you know, Sonic had just come out, and it seemed like a really cool character to me, so that was the first thing that really drew me to it. And then what ended up happening was it seemed like the Genesis or Sega, it tended to be more for the big boys, you know, because they had the more violent games. They had, you know, Mortal Kombat with all the blood and the fatalities, whereas on the Super Nintendo you had to put in a stupid code for it, and at the time I had no idea what that was. We didn't have internet. So yeah, and then, you know, it just seemed like it was marketed more for teenagers and adults. And at that time, you know, when you're 8, 9 years old, you're trying so hard to grow up so quickly, you want to be one of the big boys. And so that's what I ended up doing. And so most of the time when I rented games or bought games, usually it was for the Genesis. I still had love for the Super Nintendo, but this was just where my heart was. So I have a very near and dear relationship with it, a lot of nostalgia. So yeah, this system, this collection means a lot to me. So hopefully you guys feel the same way, and if not, I totally understand. Everybody had their preferences back then. So yeah, guys, just as always, what we'll do is we'll pan around. I'll start going through everything and show you what we got, and get this wrapped up so we can see the other Sega things. Okay, so first we're going to start here with the systems and things like that, and I apologize for the glare. It's very dark out here, so there's no natural light. It's snowing, so I had to turn the lights on. But first up here, this is my only Game Gear that I have. And yes, I have it in a plastic baggie. I try to take care of these things, and I honestly probably will never play this. If I'm going to play any Game Gear games, they'll be emulated, because as you guys know, these are incredibly difficult to see. They eat through batteries like crazy. But very cool to have this. I first saw this on Surf Ninjas. If you guys have ever seen it, if you haven't, do yourself a favor. Such an awesome movie. It's a 90s comedy slash ninja film. It's so good. Anyway, one of the kids on there was playing his Game Gear all the time. That's how he could see the future. And ever since then, I wanted one so bad, and this I just got last year, so it was really cool to finally get one. Would love to have one in the box someday, but, well, we'll get there when we get there. Next up is this abomination here. So this is the 32X, as you guys know, very cool. I used to want one really bad as a kid, but couldn't afford it. And then this is the Model 3 Genesis. The reason why I have these two attached to each other is these are the only two cartridge ones that I don't have a box for. So yeah, it looks really weird on this tiny little thing. It's kind of like it almost looks like something you'd see in prison. Two big black things on top of each other. That was really bad. Sorry, that was racist, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna lose subscribers on that one. And then this thing, this is really cool. I would absolutely love to get a box for this, because this is a very cool piece. Any Sega fans out there should absolutely have this. If you guys don't know anything about this, this is the Sega CD X, and it basically plays cartridge-based Genesis games, which is all of them, obviously. Doesn't play 32X, but the little, what do you call it, the little CD slot here, this plays Sega CD games, which is really cool. It'd have been awesome if this could somehow play Sega CD and Saturn and, you know, Genesis and 32X and all that stuff, but very cool. It's very portable. It even has a little slot somewhere. Yeah, right there, so you can actually put batteries in there and use this as a portable CD player. I don't know where the hell you would put it. I guess you would Velcro it to your body, but very cool. I was so happy to get that. One of my favorite pieces in this whole collection. This is really cool. This was actually, when I first got the Genesis, this was the one I saw at the store. When I was a kid, I wanted it. So anyway, long story short, I worked a long time, did a lot of chores. My grandma helped me buy this, and this is the one I had as a kid. I mean, this isn't the actual one. I just got this box like 6 months ago, but it was really cool to get this. I was very happy because it's just, you know, it's childhood. You know, like there's nothing better than that, having something you had from your childhood that meant a lot to you. So anyway, yeah, really cool. I got the system and everything in there. That was really awesome to find. Oh, and then last one I have in the box here is the Model 2 variant. Now this is the one that most people seem to have. I never had this one. I always had the Model 1 growing up. So, but this one was always cool to me. Like I said, my friends had it. I thought it seemed cool to me because it's something I didn't have. But looking back, I think I preferred mine, the Model 1. It just, I don't know, just seemed kind of cooler to me. So there's the front there, there's the back. This one's in really good shape. I was really happy to get this. Okay, next up is one of the accessories for it. This is the Menacer. I did not have this growing up as a kid, but I remember seeing it in stores. Wanted it really, really bad. Recently picked this up. I do have the little eyepieces for it. I just can't find them right now. I'm sure my kids ran off with them. But yeah, I always preferred this to the Super Nintendo Super Scope. This one just looks a lot more menacing. Haha, haha. Hence the name. So anyway, there's that. Okay, so next up, that's all we have for that. Accessories and systems and things like that. So now we're going to move on to all the games. And first up here, we're going to go ahead and go through my Game Gear games. Basically, I don't really have a good way of displaying these or holding these, so I just throw them in a huge Ziploc baggie. And it works, because, I mean, like I said, I probably won't really ever play these. So anyway, first up we got X-Men, Power Rangers, really awesome game. I haven't played it for the Game Gear, but Genesis one was awesome. Sonic Triple Trouble. Let's see this upside down. Sonic the Hedgehog, the original. Batman Returns. I don't know if that one's any good or not, but the Super Nintendo one is amazing. Power Rangers, the movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Super Columns. Sonic Chaos. Mortal Kombat, which I remember seeing a friend play that as a kid, and I don't know, it looked pretty cool to me. Jurassic Park. Hi. What's up, buddy? Terminator 2. And then the last loose one here is Spider-Man. Okay, and then on to the last of the Game Gear stuff. Let's see, we've got NHL All-Star Hockey, Super Battle Tank, Fred Couples Golf, Caesar's Palace. Well, I don't need to read these off, but nothing really too earth-shattering. I mean, the Game Gear really didn't have anything too stellar, I don't think. You know, most of these were just kind of ports from the Genesis, which were not nearly as good from what I understand. So anyway, but you know, I would love to get as big of a Game Gear box collection as I could, just because, like I said, I have such a fascination with it. But really happy with it. I've actually got a pretty good box collection for that there. So there are those. Alright, so next up we're going to move on to the yucky part of the collection. I really try to stay away from loose Genesis games because I just think they're yucky. And it kills me because most of the Genesis games came in those hard plastic clamshells. So it baffles me that people threw them away or whatever. But anyway, that's just one of those things. Hopefully I can get these complete eventually. But like I said, as always, I'll go through these. I'll call out any that stand out to me. Street Fighter 2, that was such an awesome game. I felt that it was better than the Super Nintendo port. That was just my preference, though. I had a really cool fight stick for the Genesis as a kid, so that helped. Battletoads, really awesome. I don't think I played it on the Genesis. I think I always played Battle Maniacs on the Super Nintendo. So let's see, Revenge of Shinobi, that's a double, but still a really cool game. Samurai Showdown was an awesome arcade game. I never played it on the Genesis, but really awesome in the arcade. Boogerman, if you guys have never played it, that game is absolutely hysterical. From what I remember, basically you're a janitor who becomes a superhero, and he like burps and farts and throws boogers at people. Those are his powers. Absolutely hysterical. Let's see if I can pull it out without knocking everything over. So yeah, that's basically him right there, if that tells you anything about it. This is one of my prized pieces in my Genesis collection. Very happy to have it. Splatterhouse 3. Unfortunately not in the best condition, but I'm just so happy to have it. Hopefully eventually I can get a nicer one, and even better complete. That would be nice. Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter, really fun game. I always preferred that one over the Super Nintendo. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, really awesome, you know, versus fighting game. I absolutely loved it, man. That was at the height of the popularity of it. So my friends and I played it all the time. Sonic 3 is my favorite Sonic game. And again, sorry for the glare here, guys. That's really bad. This odd-looking guy right here, it is Fantastic Dizzy. The only reason I bought it is because it's probably the most unique Genesis game I've ever seen as far as the shape. So I had to get it. I don't know if it's any good or not, but Rocket Knight Adventures, really, really fun game. I really need to get that complete someday, but really fun. I liked it a lot. And then the last row here, Mercs, that's just kind of a Contra game. Streets of Rage 2, awesome game. Very, very cool. Let's see. Super Street Fighter 2, that was a really cool game too. I used to rent that all the time as a kid. RoboCop 3, that was a butthole of a movie, but never played the game. And then here you've got the Sonic and Knuckles. This here is the Game Genie, I'm sorry. Shaq Fu, oh yeah, I gotta have that. That's the bomb diggity right there. Double Dragon, really cool. Bubsy, I used to play that all the time as a kid. I haven't played it in forever though. And then yeah, the rest of these are basically sports games. Usually these big cartridges are sports titles, but there's that, and then we'll move on to the complete games. Alright guys, so almost finished here. We'll just go through the complete games and we'll be all finished here. Beavis and Butthead, really, really fun game. Adventures of Batman and Robin, that's a really fun one. I don't think I played it on the Genesis, but the one on Super Nintendo was really fun. Road Rash, that was another game I used to rent all the time as a kid. It had awesome music. The game was just so much fun. This is definitely another one of my favorites. Revenge of Shinobi. I love the game. It's not as good as the third one, but this is by far one of my top 5 video game cover arts. The artwork is just so freaking badass. I love it, man. This is another one of my prized possessions here, Streets of Rage 3. This is probably my favorite Streets of Rage game. It's got the best gameplay in my opinion, and it's a pricey son of a bitch. It's not very cheap to get. Shining Force, very awesome RPG series. I need to get all of these, but that's the only one I have so far. Back in there. Come on. Okay, I'll just throw you over there. This is the only Master System game I have. Somehow I just got it in a lot one time, but is this the one that's spelled weird? I've seen this before where it was spelled like Monopoly or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, now these games, this is one of the big reasons, other than Sonic obviously, that pulled me over to the Sega. Absolutely used to love these games. My friends and I played these all the time. We were so hooked. Like I said, just because it was more violent, had the blood and everything compared to the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo was better in my opinion just because, well kind of, just because, you know, the Super Nintendo controller had more buttons. But if you were lucky enough to have a fight stick as a kid for the Genesis, it was definitely the way to go. It was really the best way in my opinion. Sonic the Hedgehog, first game I ever had, so classic game. It's just not my favorite. Let's see, and these are my 32X games kind of thrown in here randomly. The only 2 that I have, unfortunately, but you guys know I'm a sucker for Doom, so had to have that. Lion King was a really good one, too. Let's see. Oh, no, there those go. Alicia Dragoon, I've not played this yet, but I've heard nothing but great things about it, so really happy to have it. Batman Returns, not as good as the Super Nintendo one in my opinion, because this is more of a platforming kind of game, but Streets of Rage 2 is still really good. I like it not as much as 3, but still very good. Golden Axe is another must-have beat-em-up. Absolutely love it. This, yeah, is another one of my favorite games, Splatterhouse 2. I was so happy to get this from my friend Algen Game Hunter. Thank you again, buddy, for hooking me up with that. That was so cool. Another one of my favorite games. Like I said, guys, I'm going to talk about these a lot just because there's so many in here. Ghouls and Ghosts. If you are a masochist, is that how you say it? Anyway, if you like torturing yourself, this is an excellent series to do it with. Very difficult games, but just awesome to play, especially around Halloween. And again, this is easily one of my top 5 video game cover arts because, I mean, look, that's so freaking badass metal, dude. You got Homeboy there in his gold freaking knight outfit, getting shocked by lightning. He's got his metal fist in the air, and you got the Japanese demon in the background. It's so awesome. Oh my god. I got a chubby talking about it here. Another one, yes, Shinobi 3 is probably my favorite game for the Genesis. I adore this game so much. If you guys like watching Let's Play videos, mine aren't the best, but definitely check it out. Me and my daughter played it for a while. Another one I'm really proud to have, Castlevania Bloodlines in the box. Just an excellent game. This is a very expensive one. Unfortunately, that's the Majesco one in the cardboard box. I really want to get it, obviously, in the clamshell, but maybe one day. Balls, I think that pretty well describes the game, because it's balls. It's balls, yeah. Immortal, another one of my favorite cover arts, man. It's just freaking awesome. Sega Genesis, I'm telling you, man, this is what drew me to it. Stuff like this. It's metal. I love it. The Mutant League series, I'm not a big sports person at all, but I've heard these games are fantastic, and they're very expensive, so apparently they're pretty sought after. Maximum Carnage, very, very awesome game for both Super Nintendo and Genesis. Battletoads versus Double Dragon, very awesome. I never played this on the Genesis, but my friend had it on Nintendo back in the day, and it is a hard son of a bitch. I don't think we ever beat it. Aladdin is another must-have. Excellent game. Very awesome platformer. I used to play the crap out of that as well. And then, yeah, that's it, guys. So, there we have it. That is my cartridge-based Sega collection. So let me know what you guys think, if I skipped over anything that you guys thought I should have talked about, or if you guys had anything to say in general about it, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So I'll get this uploaded, and then probably in a few days, maybe next week, like I said, I'll do the Sega Saturn, Sega CD, and the Dreamcast, and that'll be my Sega collection. So thank you guys, as always, for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.